love Vermont because of the community feel, the access to natural resources and nature, as well as the ability to get to know my neighbors.
We depend on healthy forests, clean water, clean air.
Vermont is a really unique place.
I got involved with climate activism mainly because I was introduced to Vermont's natural resources at a young age. The experience of being outdoors and all of the nature and all of the beauty inspired a lot of people to get involved with programs like VNRC.
VNRC is a not-for-profit organization designed to protect the natural and cultural resources of the state.
For 60 years, VNRC has been one of Vermont's most important environmental advocates.
VNRC was founded on the principles that Vermont's economy and environment were mutually dependent on each other, and that we can't have a prosperous state without protecting and sustaining that environment and those natural resources, and promoting community development in a way that promotes smart growth and discourages sprawl.
The NRC has been part of protecting the resource that we depend upon as a family and as a business.
It was 1963. A group of men met at Goddard College to assess how we could help protect the natural resources of the state.
One of the most important aspects of VNRC's legacy is the role that we've played as a convener in the state.
It is just one of the most important resources that I use. I always know that when I talk to the staff at VNRC that I will get a straight answer, an honest answer, an informed answer that helps me weigh the legislation I have to work to pass.
In 2012, VNRC and VCV entered into a strategic partnership which allows us to share resources, share staff.
They work hand in hand to help move forward environmental priorities. VNRC provides scientific and policy expertise, while VCV helps to hold lawmakers accountable. VCV plays a key role of helping the everyday person know how their legislator voted on the issues that matter to them. That allows people to be informed citizens when they're going to the ballot box. No other organization in the state has as big an impact as VCV does on elections.
Vermont faces similar challenges to what's facing the world, climate change and loss of biodiversity.
I have a lot of friends that work in downtown Montpelier. None of them have jobs anymore right now because the river's overflowed and they can't work.
Vermont doesn't only face environmental challenges. For example, we have a housing crisis going on, and that raises some real equity issues. We're building a lot of housing for second homeowners and for wealthy people, but we're not building enough housing for working Vermonters. So we work with a coalition to change our zoning laws in the state to encourage more compact, walkable neighborhoods with more housing options.
The NRC's mission originally to bring conservationists together to solve environmental problems of the day is just as critical and valid today as it was 60 years ago.
The Global Warming Solutions Act was legislation passed in 2020 to establish a climate advisory council for the state and to develop a climate action plan.
Being part of the passing of the Global Warming Solutions Act felt really good, mainly just to see how much of an involvement we as Vermonters, as young people, as people in VNRC can have in actually affecting law and actually affecting the future of our state.
VNRC has been at the table for most every significant public policy related to protecting the environment in the state. We were there when the billboard ban was put into place. We were there when Act 250 was enacted. We were there when tax policies like current use were put into place to protect our working lands and our forest lands. We were there when we protected groundwater resources and policies to clean up Lake Champlain. Every far-reaching environmental protection policy, community development policy like the downtown program, VNRC's had a hand in those. In the future, my hope is that VNRC is celebrating its success and that we're in a maintenance mode. I'm hoping that we're doing that in a way that's equitable, that as Vermont's population diversifies, that we have more seats at the table for a more diverse population, and that VNRC staff and board reflects that diversity. I'm really optimistic. We're really in a generational transfer of power in Vermont. And we have a lot of younger folks on board now who bring a new energy and a new understanding and new passion to the work that's really strengthened us as an organization, and I think that's going to continue into the future.
I think it's important to restate how thankful I am for this organization to exist, and how thankful many Vermonters are, whether they know it or not, for this organization to exist and for the work that it does that protects the environment for this whole state and the beloved natural resources that we all use.
One of the highlights of working at VCV was the ability to bring in perspectives from around the country to also see the ways that Vermont was leading in different important issues. For example, when we passed the nation-leading PFAS ban and seeing other states kind of take similar legislation that we passed and implement it in other places, it showed the importance of what happens in this little state can have nationwide impacts.
I can't wait to see what VNRC does in the future and how I can help and how we can all help.
I've supported the mission of the NRC over the years because it's in my blood and I can't get it out. It's either a disease or a bad habit. No, seriously. I support the NRC because it's one of the organizations that helps keep Vermont, this precious place that we all love so much.